Yeah, so why I think Peter Obi should win the 2023 election that should be happening on the 25th, yeah, of February 2023. So Peter Obi should win the elections and he should be the next president of Nigeria, providing that my all the facts on ground and the way things are veering seems to come out just the way it should. So first, I would like to talk about the Muslim ticket of the APC, and that's created initially a friction, and that has made some party members aggrieved, although abide silently, and this will make them work against the APC's presidential candidates. So a few candidates from the north, of course, but a lot more Christians. And then you have Christians from both the eastern communities and the western communities. So these people will be working against the APC party either by not supporting them directly or refusing to mobilize people to vote for the APC. And that should actually also give Atiku an edge. But most of the people that the APC will be losing will be deciding to vote for Peter Obi. So another thing is the APC's presidential candidates age scare. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his age and how long he has been in politics. So due to his age, there's the scare of his health deteriorating, and Nigerians or most Nigerians probably haven't forgotten the case of Yar'Adua, who died as a president, and Tinubu's media blunders. A lot of people knows this, and it has actually become a social media meme. Doesn't actually do him any favors either, and that should be one determining factor that should actually give the PDP an edge, but it's more likely shifting towards Peter Obi. Now there's the factor that Peter Obi is the new messiah or maybe the new prophet by a wide variety of Nigerians, and everyone knows the religious culture of Nigeria, and religion plays a big role. And just like the Muslim tickets, Peter Obi is seen as the savior or that's the next best thing that is different from either PDP or APC that people are used to, and people just want something new. And this will, of course, give him new votes and make him a likely candidate to win the coming election. And recently, there's been more defections from the APC to the APC party, from the PDP, and from the Labour Party to the APC party. But what people should bear in mind is that Peter Obi is running as Peter Obi, not as the Labour Party. The Labour Party is just a platform for him to run on, and he's actually running as himself. And the Labour Party hasn't done so much to support his bid or to push his bid, and Peter Obi has basically been doing everything around himself, and you can see this in the media. And with Labour Party having no structure, so Peter Obi has been looking favorable regardless, being the messiah factor, prophet, new prophet factor, the savior. They want to bring new light to Nigeria. And this is different from the norm that people are used to. It's not the PDP, it's not the Labour Party, it's not the PDP, it's not the APC. It's rather the Labour Party, or rather P2B, and people should vote him because he's the next person. So the defections means that a loss by either the PDP or the Labour Party means gains for the APC, since they are switching alliances to the APC, but people are already used to this. And people won't just, people vote individually, and people won't just take people's word for it. And I mean, you might tell them one thing and then they will go to vote whoever they decide to. And of course, they won't just switch alliances like that. And of course, a lot of people have been affected with the current hardship around the world, and of course in Nigeria, the issues of inflation, insecurities and all. People want something new, and P2B lose good. Still, regardless of the defections from the Labour Party and from the PDP to the APC, P2B still lose good. And then you expect in the North for Atiku to gain the major votes in the North, along with the NNPP's presidential candidate in Kwankwaso. You expect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to gain the major votes in the West, among the Yoruba states. And as well, you expect P2B to gain the major votes in the East. So in the Igbo lands, the Hausa, you have Kwankwaso sharing the votes of the Northerners. And then it's more tricky because the major cities, so each state capital, I would think that P2B should do well, because in the state capitals of Nigeria, you have more learned people apart from the northern states. But you still expect P2B to do reasonably well in most states, like the federal capital, where you have more educated people. So you expect P2B to actually do good in a lot of places. But then there's a twist, and we all know how the previous elections have been run in Nigeria, with Buhari unseating Jonathan and being able to retain his seats for the second consecutive term. If Nigeria could run credible elections, then a lot of people feel that the results could be different. And if that should be the case, even with Beavers, if the rigging should still take place, it's been alleged that there still be riggings regardless. And if that should be the case, then that could be one factor that plays against P2B. And if it's large enough, oh well, the Messiah might have to wait. But that is not the crucial factor here. A more major crucial factor is the G5 governors. So you've all seen Wike and Autumn in the news. But then the twist is they are mainly southern governors, like they say. So thinking about the Nigerian geopolitical zones, I guess. So then you have the Yoruba governor in Seyi Makinde as well. You have Wike. So whoever the G5 governors chooses have a great edge. Now here's the thing. If the G5 governors are ideally able to mobilize people to vote for the APC party, it's been alleged, or there are rumors, that the G5 governors are going to stick with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and not P2B. And if that's the case, then it's going to be a very, very difficult election for P2B to win. If it is the case that the G5 governors sticks with P2B, then it's a clear victory for P2B. But whatever the G5 decides to do, then that's going to be a tricky factor. The PDP should actually have won this election on a landslide if Atiku and his cohorts were smart enough to negotiate adequately to pacify Wike and the others and work as a team. Then they should have won the election, and PDP should have recovered power from the APC easily and continued their thing in Nigeria. But here, P2B has a very, 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 very good chance to win the next election come this weekend. Now, if that will be the case, it's left to be seen. But whatever the case may be, I'll be making another video. I'll be uploading another video here on YouTube to speak on my thoughts on how the election went and what might have been the cause for whoever the presidential candidate turns out, the presidential election winner turns out to be. And I'm very certain, I would say, that every factor I just mentioned will play a role, and whatever I might have missed or might have forgotten to state in this video, I'll probably say in the next video after the election, or maybe someone can point it out to me if I don't know what I missed. But I think I covered everything that will be a factor in the coming election, and I think P2B should win it. Of course, it should go to either the APC or the Labour Party. So it's either Tinubu or P2B. Atiku falling out with the G5 does him no favors at all. So I don't think Atiku can win the election. I don't see Atiku winning the election. No one sees Atiku winning the election apart from Atiku. Well, it's easy to be blind. It's easy to be blind. And it's easy to believe or to be overconfident because you believe in the failures of APC, but you don't. Nigerians have been afflicted in a lot of ways, and they will be pushed to switch from the norm, and that should be in the direction of electing a Messiah or a new prophet. But let's wait and see what pans out. Cool. So, see you after the election.